Hey, I'm Anna.
Hi.
It's been a while since I've done an exit interview. I'm very excited. Okay. So let's recap. Tell me about that first round. That last round. I mean,
Man. Well, I mean, the last round, like, it was funny. Like, what the lie that condemned me wasn't even really the lie that I told. The lie that I told in the beginning was about my power to Laura and James,
Right.
because I wanted to keep that a secret, and I knew that, of course, like, you know, working so closely with Patrick and Emily the whole time, you know, having like our understood little alliance, I had to figure out the power from Laura, and I had another power, but they told me not to divulge the things. So I told, and then at some point when I walked in and I had heard that Noah and James and supposedly Laura, but still never exactly confirmed, were thinking about putting up Cecile, and I said that was a good idea, but they weren't going to do it because of a deal that James had made with Dee Dee. You know, I told Dee Dee about that. I told him that somebody in there had been thinking about putting up Cecile, and it was probably Laura. And I said that I did tell her that if she was gonna put up anybody, Dee Dee, I mean, in the last side of household, she should probably put up, you know, somebody who wasn't, you know, a super strong player, being kind of towards the back, you know, like Jillian or Naya, you know, and she should think about Laura. But we weren't exactly ready to be making like any big plays and forming, you know, drawing those lines in the sand. And apparently, like, right after that, just, you know, I guess, you know, maybe it was, I guess she said multiple, so I guess it was Noah, James, and Laura. They all copped to that, and you know what was going on, and I think that they reversed the story and just said that maybe I was. Now, I'm not going to say they were lying, because, I mean, I told a lie too, and that's the game, you know, and I'm not, you know, nothing personal, guys, I get it, that's the game. But certainly, yeah, that kind of did it, and then it was, I'm sure it was an impromptu backdoor, but damn did it work.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. So tell me who you were closest to.
Well, I was closest to Patrick and Emily. I wanted to go to the end, no doubt. And I really would have preferred to work with James, Noah, and Laura. I just had to get them to a spot where they would have been confident enough to take on Cecile,
Right.
Dee Dee, and Hans, because they didn't want to, and I don't know why James made that deal with Dee Dee. That was the one thing I never asked, was why he made a deal with Dee Dee, because that's the last person you're making deals with. I did make a deal with Dee Dee in the beginning, and I think that was for the better, because I think that in the beginning, if I had just like all of a sudden just aggressively right out the backdoor Dee Dee, like what was happening, that could have spelled a quick end for my game, because people were just like, whoa, who's this guy?
It was such an early backdoor too. It was very.
Yeah,
it was a lot to happen, right?
So pulling back from that and like working with them for so long really did work, right up until the point where I don't know like what flipped in James, Noah's, and Laura's mind. That was like, let's go to Dee Dee and let's just throw him out, because like with me and Patrick and Emily in the votes to overthrow anything that Cecile and Dee Dee could cook up, and I was pretty sure that I could have had a Jillian, because I did try to keep Jillian safe twice, like really went for her. I really thought it would be it, but unfortunately, I think one too many conversations probably caught up with me, and it got me in there.
So you're not feeling too betrayed, huh?
I mean, like, that's just the nature of the game, honestly, and really, like, the only two people that I was, like, 100% loyal to are Patrick and Emily. And I really wanted to be loyal to James, Noah, and Laura. I just needed it to happen at a time when we had enough power. But, I mean, Dee Dee winning that HOH, that really threw it, you know. And if any one of them had won the HOH, I would have been gung-ho. I would have said, okay, that's it, it's time, let's throw one of them up. But Dee Dee won the HOH, and then she put up Jillian and Naya, and I was like, great, I guess it's just one more round of waiting it out. So I just tried to wait it out. But I think that I just had too much information at some point. And you know, and there probably was a better way to handle it. Patrick was trying to counsel me, and like I said, I think one too many conversations caught up with me at the wrong time. Now, why one side didn't want to kind of trust me over the other, instead like co-joint to evict me, I don't really know, because I personally think that I would have been better working for one side than evicted. But you know, we'll come to see how that plays out and who wins. And I really wish Patrick and Emily the best game, and I really do, of course, to Dee Dee and to James. But I understand fully why Laura would feel betrayed. I get that. Dee Dee, sure, but I feel like we both saw it coming. ish, and I really thought I had a whole nother round with Dee Dee because I wasn't trying to lie to her yet, and I really was not trying to pull it over. And if it looked like they were going to make a play on them, which it looked like she was thinking about doing, I would have kind of had to go with it. If she put Laura up, Cecile and Hans were just straight votes. So were Naya and Josh then, after she cut a deal with Josh P. And of course Dylan was on the block, so that wouldn't have mattered. But all of a sudden she got 3 new votes, and that would have been really, really easy to take control of if she had put up Laura. But they found the best of both worlds, and that was just me. So, that's the game, and that's what it's going to go with. And I'll drive home and probably stop at Popeyes and grab a chicken sandwich. But
I respect that.
But it was good. Yeah.
Yeah. So, I mean, it seems like you're in a pretty good headspace. You came out of this thinking the right things.
I mean, I certainly got way more done than I thought. Like, I've been watching Big Brother for like 3 weeks. And I've been wanting to play an actual game for like a month, but every time it was going to happen, like back in Lafayette, not Youngsville, like just didn't happen. And I've been talking with with Patrick about really how to think about this and how to come through. And I survived 4 evictions?
Yeah.
Yeah. And I kind of wanted to go for like maybe 6 or 7. But for as much like work and power as we got done, especially surviving it after the HOH, after the winning HOH,
yeah,
the first
it's always
round.
more about what happened than it is about the amount of time,
Yeah, so like I'm just glad.
You had a lot of play in this game.
I'm just glad like I didn't go out with like, oh, I'll vote for you when it comes to eviction, and then all of a sudden like I was just another replaceable, expendable, and I just got kicked off. But a lot happened, and I got a lot of good playing done. I'm a little salty that I never got to play a power video game, but whatever, it happens that way.
Yeah.
But yeah, head of household, having a spy power, and being key in at least 2 evictions, or at least like keeping people out of 2 evictions. At least I can say I helped people for most of the part. At the end of the day, I didn't actually go out trying to just like screw someone over, and then they just knocked me back. At least not like in a short term. It wasn't like a quick tit for tat. I think. I do think Dee Dee probably saw the long game, and in terms of the long game, if you could hurt her, that would have been me, because I didn't think that like James or Noah alone would be able to do that. So.
Excuse me. Oh my gosh. Yeah. Well, it's been great to talk to you. Thank you so much. Any final words before we go?
Oh man, I just can't wait to come back and play again. Hopefully with with a blank slate. Laura, please forgive me. I'm sorry. I did outright lie to you, and I do cop to that. I will stand firm that somebody was talking about putting Cecile up before I brought it up. I don't know who's trying to spin that. I stand firm in that. But aside from that, this is awesome. The Luke family does a great job, and I'm very grateful to Taylor's dad and mom for their space and all the wonderful food they cook. This is a great day.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much for being here.
Of course, thank you so much.
Nice to meet you. Some fun.